This is video number 38 in the Book 2 series, and this is for all the instruments. We're going to continue on with 6/8 time. I need you to open up to page 26 in your book, and we are going to learn number 118. This is a song you probably already know. You've probably sung it before, you've heard it before. You probably didn't know it was in 6/8 time though. So remember the 6/8 time, in the new counting way. 2 big beats, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly. Dotted quarter eighth note is going to be 1, li, 2, li, 1, li, 2, li. Think circles the whole time. Okay? Shadow bow, no repeat. And 118, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, shadow bow, go. 1 lolly, 2 lolly. Lolly. One lolly, 2 lolly. I want you to notice at the end of each line that you have a quarter rest and an eighth rest. All right. You sometimes, occasionally, will see a quarter rest with a dot, but more often at this time, more often than not, you will still see a quarter rest and an eighth rest. If you saw a dotted quarter rest, it would be the exact same thing. Okay, so that is 2 and la for the quarter rest, and then li for the eighth rest. Okay, play measure 1 and 2 of the second line. Measure 1 and 2. It's just the D major arpeggio, by the way. Echo me. And go 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly again. And go 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly. Now do measure 3 and 4 of the first line. Echo me. 1 lolly, rest, go. 1, li, 2, li, 1 lolly, rest again. And rest, go. 1, li, 2, li, 1. Okay, now do the last 2 measures of the song, just down the scale. 1 lolly, red, go. A, G, F sharp, E, D. Should be easy. Make sure that at the end of the first line and the end of the second line, you're resting on 2 la and li. Don't hang over to that note too long. Play from the beginning, no repeat. And 1 lolly, red, go. 1 lolly, 2 lolly. Okay. All right, let's go into 119. And we already kind of touched on this a little bit. You're slurring instead of doing hooked bows. Your bow is just doing this the whole time. 1 lolly, 2 lolly. It doesn't ever stop. Shadow bow 119 and 1 lolly, shadow bow. Pause and practice if you need to. And 1 lolly, red, go. Okay, now 120. This one we're going to go quite a bit slower. This one's a little bit trickier. It is in 6/8 time, but look, it has a pickup note. The thing that's tricky about it is it has both hooked bows and slurs. Okay, shadow bow from the beginning. Now the first note, what count does that happen on? Well, with our new way of counting, don't say 6. We're not doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 anymore. 1 la, li, 2 la. It's the last li before we start. So it's the last eighth note. It's the li of 2. All right. Now look at your last note of the song. Do you see the dotted quarter note tied to the quarter note? That's because we don't have a note. We have to use a tie there, even though it's not across a bar line. You have to. That happens sometimes in 6/8 time. Remember how we doubled everything to get like a quarter note got 1 count, now it gets 2 or whatever. Well, this is 5 counts, 5/8 notes. Okay, there's not a note in existence that gets 5/8 notes. So we have to do one that gets 3/8 notes and one that gets 2/8 notes. That's why they're tied together like that, okay? Because there's not any note in existence that gets 5/8 notes. then it doesn't happen. Okay, so we have that tie is not just to remind you. You're going to see a lot of ties in 6/8 time, and that's why I mentioned that. You're going to see a lot of ties in 6/8 time because of that, because of the ties that you can't have a note that has 5/8 notes. Okay, shadow bow from the beginning. Now the first note's an up bow, but don't start way up here. It's only a third of a count. Start here and go here and shadow bow and 1 la li 2 la li 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 1 la li 2. Sorry. 1 la li 2 la li 1 la li 2 la li 1 la li 2 la off. So last one is 1 la li 2 la off. Okay. Try the last two measures. Last two measures. Echo me. 1 la li 2 la. Go. A B A G F sharp E D off. 5/8 notes there. Do it again with me. Last two measures. Ready, say, go. 1 la li 2 la off. One more time and go. 1 la li 2 la off. Okay. Now do measure 1 of the second line. Measure 1 and 2 of the second line. Echo me. Ready, go. F sharp, F, F sharp, E, F sharp, G. Reach ahead to B. Again, with me this time. Measure 1 and 2 of the second line. Ready, go. Okay, now let's do the whole second line. All of the second line. And ready, go. 1 la li 2 la off. Try from the beginning. Now, if this is too fast for you, the speed that I'm going right now, I'm going about 40. Bum, bum, ba, da, da, da. If you practice it slower, go slower than 40. Now that's 40 with triplets clicking. Remember, because 6/8 is kind of like triplets, right? So if you don't have that capability, if you want all the 8th notes clicking, you triple it. Okay. So if this case, if you can't do 40, you go slower. 40 to get this click, click, click. If you don't have 8th notes, you got to triple that. So 40 times 3, 120. So you put it at 120 and know that those are 8th notes clicking. If you need to go slower than that and then get it up to 120, I want you to be able to play at this speed with me. And go, beginning. Start here. 1 la li 2 la. So again, that's the speed of 40. If you could eventually go faster, that'd be even better. But practice those 3 until you can get them. The other ones were about 48, 118 and 119. So this was at 40. Ideally, you're able to play that just as fast as the other ones. But I'm happy if you can do it at least at 40.